Steve, I don't know if you can hear me, but we can't hear anything online. Haven't heard anything since you started.
Right, let's check the sounds again then. Sorry.
Can hear you now. Haven't heard anything you've said since you started the meeting. Sorry.
Right.
Apologies for that. Technical issues at home. We'll start the meeting again. Is that okay with everyone? Thank you.
Yeah, I do tend to talk fast, so it won't take much time. Okay then. Did you hear the appointment of chair? No, right. Okay. Appointment of chair is the first agenda item. I am happy to chair. Could I have a proposer and a seconder, please?
Yes, Leader, happy to propose you as chair.
Thank you, Scott.
And I'll second you.
Thank you, Wyndham. Good afternoon, Prynawn da. Croeso, welcome to the meeting of Cabinet on the 8th of November 2023. The important bit I said, my birthday. So I'm glad you asked me to come back, Simon. There we are. I am Councillor Steve Hunt, leader of Neath Talbot Council. Welcome to members of the public viewing this meeting this afternoon. Please can I ask you that you ensure your microphones are switched off, as you are here to observe the meeting only. Members and officers, please ensure that your phones are switched to silent for the duration of the meeting and that your microphones are switched to mute unless you are speaking. In addition, when asked to raise your hand, if members who are virtually attending this meeting could raise your electronic hands, for members physically present, could you raise your hands in the chamber? I have been informed by officers that the private item 15, the proposed option agreement of the easement within the Town Mawr area, has been removed from consideration at today's meeting and will be brought before a future meeting of Cabinet for deliberation. Agenda item 3 is declarations of interest. So can I ask members, are there any declarations of interest? If these, would you members say what the items are and what the interest is? And then I'll ask Tammy to forward you an electronic version of the form for you to complete and email back to her. Councillor Noyle? Thanks, Karen. Councillor Noyle?
No, I'm here. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, my wife is an employee of Tata Steel Europe. I may not be here while the item comes up because I've got to leave at about 3:45 for another meeting, but I wanted to declare that anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Councillor Hurley?
Yes, Leader. Again, I've got 2 sons and a niece working in Tata as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Put the mic on, let's do that again.
Sorry. Yeah, I've got a stepson that works in Tata.
Thank you, Nia. Anybody else? Don't see any, Tammy? No? Okay. I'll move on to agenda item 4 then. These are the minutes of the previous meeting held on the 20th of September 2023. I now refer you to pages 5 to 12 of your agenda pack. They are here for approval of accuracy. Can I ask members, are there any comments? I don't see any. So I will propose these minutes as an accurate record. And if I could have a seconder, please.
Happy to second, Leader.
Thank you, Scott. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I'll assume that you are content with the accuracy of those minutes. And Tammy will confirm this for me, please.
I see no hands raised, Chair, so those minutes have been confirmed for accuracy.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 5 is the Forward Work Programme 2023 to 2024. Can I ask officers, have they any comments on the Forward Work Programme? Karen, please.
Yes, Chair, we forgot to mention to you before the meeting started that we've withdrawn item 7 from the Cabinet agenda today. There's been an administrative error, which means that not all the information is contained in the information that's been published. So the proposal is to bring it back on the 28th of November. So the Forward Work Programme need to be amended accordingly.
Thank you for that, Karen. This is for noting the Forward Work Programme. Members happy? Yeah. With what Karen has said as well, of course. Agenda item 6 is public question time. I have received no notification from the public to speak at today's meeting. Agenda item 7 was the draft annual report. As you've just heard, it's an administration error. This item is not being presented. So I just can I ask members if they note that information that's been supplied by the Chief Exec? Everybody happy? Good. Agenda item 8 is the Biodiversity Duty Plan 2023-2026. The report is on pages 77 to 176 and is here for a decision. Before I bring officers in to see if they have anything further to add, can I just thank the chair of the scrutiny, Phil Rogers, and members of the scrutiny for their questions on this item. Very pertinent questions and important questions that were received. And I'd like to thank the officers for their comprehensive responses to all the questions. So I'll go to officers now for Cabinet. Have they anything further to add?
Nothing to add, Leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. Members, do you have any questions on this agenda item? I don't see any. I now refer members to the recommendations on page 82 and the associated appendices contained within your agenda pack. I will once more propose this agenda item. Can I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Leader.
Thank you, Scott. Can I ask members, are there any abstentions? I don't see any. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you are in favour of the recommendations, and Tammy will once more confirm this for me.
No indications to the contrary, Chair, so that those recommendations have been approved.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 9 is the proposed closure of the cash offices at Neath and Port Talbot Civic Centres. This report is on pages 177 to 190 and is here for a decision. Can I ask officers, are there anything further to add?
Nothing to add. Thank you very much, Chair. Diolch.
Thank you, Hugh. Members, any questions? Don't see any. I now refer members to the recommendations on page 179 and the associated appendices contained within an agenda pack. I will once more propose this agenda item. Can I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Leader.
Thank you, Scott. Any abstentions? I don't see any. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of the recommendations. Tammy, to confirm.
No indications to the contrary, Chair. That item has been approved.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 10 is the 2022-2023 Treasury Management Outturn Report. The report is on pages 191 to 204 of your circulated report pack and is here for monitoring. Can I just ask officers, have they anything further to add?
Nothing to add to the report, Chair, but just to really thank scrutiny members for their questions earlier. Treasury management is a really important part of the Council's activity, and it's really good to have questions and debate around it. So thank you to the members concerned regarding that, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Hugh, and I will reiterate that it's very important that members scrutinise as much as they can, and some real good questions at that item as well. Can I ask members if they have any questions? I don't see any. Okay, this report is for noting anyway, so we will note it as a monitoring report. Agenda item 11 is the 2023-24 risk register monitoring. This report is on pages 206 to 216 of your circulated report pack and is here for monitoring also. Officers, again, can I ask you, have you anything further to add?
Nothing to add, Leader. Diolch.
Thank you, Noelwen. Members, do you have any questions on this report? I see none. Again, as I mentioned, we note this as a monitoring report. Agenda item 12 are urgent items. I have received no urgent items this afternoon. Agenda item 13 is access to meetings. The access to meeting report is on pages 217 to 222. So I would like to now resolve to exclude the public for the following items pursuant to the Regulation 4/3 and 5 of the Statutory Instrumental 2001, numbers 2290 and paragraph 14 of Part 4 of the Schedule 12A to the Local Government Act 1972. I will now propose that we move into a private session. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Leader.
Thank you, Scott. Any abstentions from members? I see none. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you are in favour of moving into private. Tammy now will confirm also that the recording is stopped